Hey, it's Coach Em here. As you know, I'm here to bring you the most powerful tools and strategies to help you navigate the teen years and to take your life to a whole new level. Today, I'm going to show you the number one thing that you'll want to start doing to help your teen succeed in life. This one thing will help build your teen's self-confidence, reduce their anxiety, and strengthen your relationship with them. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button down below. I'm on a mission to get these powerful tools and strategies that I share in these videos to as many teens and parents as possible. My dream is to help more parents and teens create the life that they desire, so hit that subscribe button for me. Okay, before I tell you the number one strategy for helping your teen succeed, I want to ask you a few questions first. Think about the last time that you made a mistake. Maybe at work or with a spouse or partner or a friend, or even a mistake with your teen. How did you feel right after you made the mistake? What did you say to yourself? Did you try to hide the fact that you made a mistake? Not owning it completely, not letting others know about it, maybe not taking responsibility or apologizing for it? Or did you own it? Did you tell others that you messed up and apologize? I want you to think about your answers to these questions. Most of us hate making mistakes. We feel weak, incompetent, sometimes stupid, or just not good enough when we make a mistake. And we tell ourselves horrible things, especially when we make big mistakes, don't we? Like what an idiot we are, or how we can't believe that we did that, or how others think that we're pathetic. Unfortunately, when we have these types of thoughts about our own mistakes, we're actually passing this negative self-talk directly to our kids without even realizing it. You might be wondering, but how? I don't say these things out loud to my kids, and when my kids make a mistake, I don't berate them or tell them that they're incompetent. But this is the deceptive illusion that we trap ourselves in when we believe that we don't project outwardly those things that we struggle with internally. Our negative self-talk shows up in everything we do. Our interactions with others, how we treat those that are closest to us, especially our kids. What we fail to realize is how we handle our mistakes models to our teens how they should handle their mistakes. Not to mention, oftentimes, if we're really upset with ourselves for making a mistake, we get upset pretty easily when others make mistakes too. Again, especially our children, because whether we want to admit it or not, we subconsciously view our children as an extension of ourselves. So think about these scenarios for a moment and tell me how you would react. Your teen is throwing a ball in the house when you've asked them not to several times, and they knock over your favorite vase and it shatters into pieces. Or you find out that your teen is failing math class, or you get a call from your teen's teacher letting you know that your teen was plagiarizing information. Or you find marijuana in your teen's room. Your first response to this may be that you would calmly talk to them about the situation and give them a consequence. We want to believe that we would handle these negative situations this way, the enlightened, calm, correct way, right? But if most of us are being completely honest with ourselves, we would admit that we'd be furious, upset, pissed off, frustrated. More than likely, we would respond to our teen from that negative emotional state. By responding this way, we're showing our kids that it's not okay to make mistakes, that it's not okay to mess up sometimes, that it's not okay to be human. When we respond to their mistakes the same negative way that we respond to our mistakes, we're only reinforcing our teen's own negative self-talk, which is building more evidence for the story that they've told themselves about not being good enough, or being lazy, or stupid, or unworthy. So the number one strategy for helping your teen succeed, which means building their self-confidence and helping to reduce their anxiety, is you changing your relationship with mistakes. When we don't change our relationship with mistakes, our feelings of inadequacy tend to dominate our future thinking. They stagnate the present moment, and they keep us focused on the past, which we can't change. Don't get me wrong, no one wants to make mistakes, but we know that making mistakes is part of life. It's a way for us to learn and grow. What's interesting is, even though we know we're going to make mistakes, and we know that we need to make mistakes to continue to evolve to the next level, we still view mistakes, setbacks, problems, and failures as the worst thing ever. We beat ourselves up over and over about it, which prevents us from taking more risks in the future. That fear of failure thinking becomes stronger and stronger, keeping us more and more stuck. Your teen is doing the exact same thing. Each time they make a mistake or fail, their brain uses it to solidify the story that they've already told themselves about how stupid they are, confirming the "I'm not good enough" belief that they're battling with every day. Your teen doesn't see the mistake as a learning opportunity. They interpret it as the reason to quit or stop trying, because they don't want to keep trying and failing each time. This is the exact same reason why we as parents don't take as many healthy risks as we should. So, how do you change your relationship with mistakes so that you can help your teen succeed in life? You'll want to practice the zoom in, zoom out strategy with yourself and with your teen. The zoom in, zoom out strategy helps you see that mistakes are simply kinks in a current system that you have in place, and nothing more. Through this strategy, you learn that every mistake, every setback, every so-called failure is an opportunity to understand yourself at a deeper level, to access resources that you didn't even know you had, and to gain wisdom that sometimes only comes from the mistake itself. The first step of this strategy is zooming into the mistake. To do this, you'll ask yourself the following questions. Number 1, what was the mistake exactly? Really defining the mistake gives you more perspective on it. Number 2, what triggered the mistake? This is about figuring out what happened or what you were thinking right before the mistake occurred. Number 3, why was I triggered? This one may take a little bit of time to answer, because to understand why you got triggered in the first place, you have to go within and find out what emotional needs of yours are not being met. Number 4, have I accepted full responsibility for the mistake? The second step of this strategy is zooming out from the mistake to see it from a broader angle. For this part, you'll want to ask yourself these questions. Number 1, what results do I really want in this situation? Here you're thinking about what you were really trying to accomplish and what you truly want. Number 2, what went right in the situation? Here you're honoring what you did right in the situation. Again, you're looking at the whole situation now, taking a zoomed out view of everything. And this is where you want to recognize what steps you took that you believe were good steps to take. Sometimes this is hard to do at first because all you can think about is the mistake that you made. But force yourself to see the situation in its entirety and search for any and everything that you feel did go right. Number 3, then ask, how can I change my current system to yield the results I'm really after? Here, you're coming up with alternative ways to handle the situation differently in the future. Number 4, who did this mistake affect and who do I need to apologize to? Number 5, what can I try today to get me the results I really want? For this question, you're looking at your answers for number 3. You're going to pick what you think is the best one and chunk it down into one small step or action that you can take that day. Number 6, is there anything holding me back from putting this action in place to get the results that I want? Here, you'll list any of your fears or personal obstacles that you may need to work through first. Once you've gone through these steps for a mistake that you've made, you'll want to share this process with your teen. Now, this doesn't mean that you tell your teen every single problem or mistake or issue in your life. Please don't do that. We don't ever want to dump our problems or issues on our teen. But when you've applied the zoom in, zoom out strategy for a mistake that you've made and you have a better understanding of how you want to move forward, sharing this with your teen can be super powerful. You demonstrate to your teen how to not let their own mistakes tear down their self-confidence, how to see mistakes as true learning and growth opportunities, and how to curb their negative self-talk. We don't ever want to give mistakes more weight than they deserve. We want to remember that mistakes don't define us. They merely tell us how to improve the system that we currently have in place. And we want to make sure that we're conveying this to our teen. By practicing the zoom in, zoom out strategy on a consistent basis, it will help you change how you view your mistakes, which will begin to change how you see your teen's mistakes as well. Remember, this is about what you're projecting outwardly to your teen about making mistakes. This isn't about consequences. I'll create a whole separate video on that. This is about seeing mistakes for exactly what they are, what I like to call breadcrumbs towards success. So get good at this strategy first, then use it with your teen, walking them through the steps after they've made a mistake. Let them know mistakes only show us where we need to tweak our processes, our habits, and our mindset. And that's it. They don't define us, and they don't say anything about us personally. They're simply lessons on the path to success. Remember, how you choose to interpret your teen's mistakes and so-called failures will either help your teen move forward in life or it'll hold them back. Use this strategy to help propel them forward. Try it and let me know in the comments how it helps you view your mistakes and your teen's mistakes. I'd love to know. And if you're experiencing a specific issue or problem that you'd like help with, please send me an email. It's linked in the description down below. Or in the comments below, let me know what type of tools and strategies you'd like to see on this channel. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like it where I give you the tools to help you navigate the teen years, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And click on the bell icon to get notified when I upload a new video. And I do upload videos weekly. I hope your day is incredible, and I'll see you in the next video.